Here he goes. So it looks like he's got this wave. He's using his priority. And he's taking off on his backhand. So Vaast from Tahiti. First turn, a little bit slow. Just waiting for a bit of a steeper section. This drone angle just makes it a little bit flatter than it actually is. And now he's starting to wind up. You can see his rhythm on his backhand. If you can get that rhythm on your backhand, you can get sort of top to bottom. You can get quite vertical. And he's starting to click into gear. This tide's probably about now. It's spot on in terms of just on the mid tide. And there he goes. Potentially a little bit safe on that last one. But I'll tell you what, I think that front angle we might see some really polished surfing. That was 6 or 7 smooth backhand turns and not much sort of transitions or bumps between it. Looked pretty sweet.
Yeah, here we go. Just opening up with the little carve, waiting for the wave to stand in front of him, and then I think it's right here that he starts. Bang, first one, and we see another big turn off the top. It just everything connected in one line. That's what you want to do in Ribeira. We see a good moment for him for sure. The wave just keep delivering and bam, finish out pretty strong.
There you go. I'm going to apologise to Kauli Vaast. I said that last turn was a bit safe.
Those guys were so competitive, and being twins, they wanted to actually be completely different than each other. They surfed so similarly, just added to their own rivalry as we go deep into the pit. Looks like Kauli Vaast, and he makes it. The local wild card had time to enjoy the view inside the pit at Tehupo'o. The local crew is loving that, chasing down an 8.74 for the leadoff Ethan Ewing.
Yeah, that's what he needed to do, Kauli.
Speedy section. What'd you see, Laura?
Yeah, sliding in there perfectly. Just reading this to the tee, slowing down here, getting way back into that pit, and just stoked about that one. Making it look so effortless and easy. He knew exactly when to speed up and slow down, and just could get, you know, just really deep and play with this thing.
He never got ahead of himself where he just was trying to chase the channel. He knew he had so much time, and the locals are loving it.
There was no real like big over the foam ball section, but you know, this was just a really, really beautiful ridden wave. So it'll be interesting to see where the scores go, but this will get him back in the heat for sure. Super long tube there for Kauli.
And just looks straight to the tower on the exit, showing that bravado, showing that courage. Flying through the rounds, through the trials, and looks like he's picked the right wave. A bomb of a section. He comes out at the right time. We saw some spit first, and then he came out with the rest of it with total control. That was the moment he was waiting for.
Look at this, Kauli taking off so deep, so behind the section here. Huge, big, open ride. You know, nothing too long, but just so round and open. Trying to stay in there as long as he can to try and maximize the points, but let's see, he needed a 6.6, so the judges will be really dissecting this, but loved the way he just took off so late and deep. There wasn't a huge length of time in the barrel, but he was covered up, super open, but yeah, the shortness of it could once again be what holds this score back.
I feel like for the wave he had, he read it unbelievably well.
And so he's got, you know, he's got a lot of reps in the jersey. He's had some success, but this is going to be the biggest heat of his life. Here he goes again. Vaast knifes the takeoff back into the barrel, threads through this, foot on the pedal, and he comes out again. Kauli Vaast, quick to strike, 2 within just the first 5 minutes of semifinal number 1. Kauli Vaast.
Yeah, very first one here. Again, looked clean, right? And it was perfect because it was on that first ledge. Easily done, no worries. That was actually the second wave. I mean, that one was meaty. You know, again, just glides into it. Look at how wide open it is. That's the beauty of this place. It has, even on smaller days, these really incredible barrels.
Was on the water out in the channel all day long. On the paddle right here, Kauli Vaast looking to catch this wave under Kelly Slater's priority over the ledge there. Vaast pumps, he's in the barrel, traveling through, traveling and out.
Kelly again, letting him have it. Is there another one? Because that's going to be an improvement on the 683. I was talking about the advantage when it got smaller, and I feel like just the forehand, you can look at these types of waves and then you can adjust the speed. Look at how much pumping he's doing. Then the slowing down. He actually slowed down in that one section to just drag himself ever so slightly. Such a great read he has for so young. You know, obviously he spent a lot of time on this reef, but you know, he has that ability, and that's why, you know, he's one of the best out here, is he's got this read and he understands and he innately makes these little adjustments that you can't teach. It's just something you just feel and vibe out on. And this is gonna, like I said, I feel like this is gonna be another, you know, look how deep he is. And right here he's pumping, getting the extra speed, but then, okay, wait, there's a moment here where it's gonna stay nice and open. So I think he actually grabs the wall right here. And then, again, slows himself down, turns the corner, actually sees that adjustment where he's actually pushing the board down to the lower part of the barrel.
In the tube awareness, aware the whole time he's behind the curtain of his speed and how to adjust that speed while in the barrel.
So incredible. I mean, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with for many, many years.
Raglan, you think of lefts, but he's been competing for so many years. Huge section for the backhand of Kauli Vaast. Hard off the bottom again and hammers it. The Tahitian's just feeling the flow now. Straight up vertical again for a goofy foot special.
Doesn't look like he's got any missing pieces to the pie to me, man. That kid does it in all different kinds of waves, above the lip, backhand, big barrels. I love his surfing.
We're right there with you, Waz, just watching the angle of him heading your direction in the channel, squaring up so vertically.
It's an easy scoring maneuver. Here we go, looks like green paddling.
And we're going to turn our attentions. Kauli, good looking wave and a big snap on the backhand. Can he get back up there again? Yes, he does. Make it 2. Wave with beautiful speed down the line. He picked a gem.
Wow. I mean, that is just an easy, excellent score in my eyes. Be surprised if it doesn't break that barrier. Glassy wave. Look how clean that face is. And again, he was relying also on his version of a spray turn. Second one, really nice spray flying everywhere. Third one, again, stomps on that tail just to shove water everywhere.
Yeah, stay up, everyone in France. It's about 2 a.m. over there right now. You want to stay up for another 7 minutes and see what happens.
That's dinner time in France.
Big hook from Kauli Vaast. And Kauli comes around the corner again. Another searing turn. Can he hang on? And he does so. Big surfing from the Tahitian.
He was just in attack mode, and to see that from the water was just incredible. How he just technically came off the bottom, placed the board in the lip, and had to push as hard as he could to get back down into it before that thing swallowed him up, and then get in front of it for another attack. That was incredible surfing, and for me that was the best wave of the heat.
And they look super peaky and nice, but it doesn't offer you that first critical section. Then you're just left with that flatter midsection. Here we go, Carps.
Kauli Vaast. Excellent rail work on the first turn and carves through again. The Tahitian going through the paces, meets the oncoming section, timed perfectly for the closeout maneuvers.
Kauli's been so patient on that rail line. Watch his rails, Carps. They never catches. It's just such a beautiful connection with this wave. This turn right here, just so well timed with that layback maneuver. He doesn't want to let another guy through the traps and have someone else claim one of those titles.
Well, with 5 minutes remaining and Kauli Vaast out in the lead with an 8.5 and a 7.43. Saxon Reber, the Australian, needs to do some busy work and needs to do it right away. He's in a combination of with a 15.932 wave total.
Vaast just on a taller wave, beautiful opening maneuver, really setting up down the line, a lot of speed. Lays into that one with a bit of foam on the face. Wow, that third turn.
Yeah, it's pretty much a little slice of heaven here, and looks like after the long wait, it is going to be the Tahitian taking off on this one.
Here we go. Kauli Vaast, snap to the pocket to start. Strong driving, steady rails from the Tahitian, and he'll just let go a combination of turns, and that one will tick the boxes, so to speak.
Takes off, big bottom turn, nice little hook in the pocket, comes straight back around into a nice drawn out one, and then goes bang, straight up into the lip again.
And here we go, lines approaching. Our competitors, Kauli Vaast using his priority here, builds some speed, draws off the bottom, up into that first section, plants a nice hit, draws an even deeper bottom turn into a better backhand blast, and finds more open face down the line here. Clean pace and throwing plenty of water off the lip here. And this is an important ride for him. He's kind of caught in the mid 5-point range. This is looking a lot stronger. Clean finish.
Much better. Such a better tempo to that wave. Big moments, big exclamation marks on that one up until this point. A lot of sort of mediocre moments, but this one, just bang, authoritative hit off the top to start off the second one. To me, that is the money turn. A little bit of tar release, just cruising around this section. And then finds the open water again and then gets to work. Just rhythmic off the bottom, off the top. Beautiful composed style on the backhand. All the way through, and then gets a strong finish as well.
One of the best barrel riders in the world, but, you know, proving here that all the work that he's put in, traveling to France, spending long times, you know, in the cold conditions over there is really paying off. Have a look at the power unleashed on the open face here.
Yeah, and the coolest thing is he saw and heard the score that came through for Crisanto, so a 6.63, and he was able to get an opportunity to answer straight back.
Kauli Vaast, he got one as well. So a bit more of an elongated arc to start things off for Kauli. Two very similar turns. Transitioning as he comes in, it stands up. Solid hit under the lip, and another one. Very, very nice angles. Just racking up the points. Comes through to the inside. The big long floater, and Kauli Vaast gets the finish as well.
In paradise, into the barrel, Kauli Vaast stands up and gets blown out into the channel. One of the best ever on this wave at Teahupo, putting on a masterclass performance without a leash, trusting his J-asses and his ability against the best in the world, protecting his own break. That puts the warrior in him. What about this flick?
Oh, this thing was big. Favorite wave of the day so far. Just read perfectly. He had that priority. He knew exactly what wave he wanted. I mean, even just the technique there, you could see he actually shifted his back foot just that little bit further forward on the board, just to shift that weight, to power through that section. That's that little moment right there, that one little speed pump.
All those come into handy, and here goes Vaast. So he goes down the line, just really biding his time, and then bang, a nice big first turn. Winds up again, and second hook in the pocket. Now he just waits his time, so calm, stable, and a third big stab, and here comes a fourth, and that is really, really solid surfing. Just exploded like a spring, and this is really, really well surf wave.
I'll tell you what, I'll break this one down for you. So that bottom turn, his outside fin completely out of the water, and again coming off the top with just absolute no bobble in any of these moments here. Are you kidding? Just the way he connected with that lip line there, it's all coming from the power and the drive of that bottom turn. He's getting in that power source at the bottom of this lip here, holding his line, eye line, straight up and vertical to the top of that lip line here. And look at this, there was no double pump. There was no need to regain speed because he's hitting it so hard. He's coming out with speed straight into another pristine bottom turn from Kauli. I was always told, you know it's a good bottom turn if you can see that outside fin sticking out of the water here. Comes up to this deep section, best turn of the wave, just absolutely folds it. And then this end section, look how much foam there was to deal with, but hit it early enough that he projects out over the lip line for the completion there.